Legacy characters are an important part of the comic book industry. Whether that's the 4 different Captain Americas that happened while Steve Rogers was a human popsicle, or the 2 Shockers that populate the Spider-Man universe, we get tons of characters with similar names and the same power set. One of those is Lady Bullseye, introduced in 2008 as part of Daredevil 111. Lady Bullseye is an elite agent for the Hand, the ninja clan established in Frank Miller's legendary run for Daredevil, which, for all intents and purposes, seems to exist solely to ruin Matt Murdock's day and make his life even harder. This is the Marvel Legends, Marvel Knights, Mindless One Build-A-Figure Wave Lady Bullseye figure, which was released in 2023. The figure's pretty basic in color palette, consisting of black and white, with little hits of red, but this high-contrast color scheme reminds me a lot of Dazzle camouflage, so it's very eye-catching. The figure includes a very nice selection of accessories. In taking a look first at her hands, she includes a basic pair of fists, as well as 2 grabby hands. One that's the pretty basic Marvel Legends grabbing hand, and one that's very specialized. She has 2 fingers out in a pinching motion, and this hand most likely originally came from an Elektra figure, as it's specialized to hold Sai. Sai are pretty ubiquitous martial arts weapons, and can be seen in both Japanese and Chinese cultures. They just kind of generally connotate stealthy characters. The Sai are decent sculpts, but are unfortunately made of a soft, pliable plastic. While this is for safety reasons, it also means that the blades can get warped and look a little funky. However, my favorite accessories for her are these bladed fans, an accessory I haven't really seen on any other Marvel Legends figure. The Japanese iron fans are an interesting martial arts weapon for pop culture, as they can connotate both a delicateness as well as a high skill level to use such an obtuse weapon. And speaking of delicate, her ability to hold the fans is pretty tenuous to say the least. I like the fans a lot, but unfortunately her hands aren't really equipped to hold them very well. What she can hold pretty well is a katana. It's a little basic, it's a little plain Jane, it's a katana, and honestly, it's a much appreciated addition to her accessory set, as just about any martial arts based character should have one katana in their arsenal. All of these accessories do a great job in communicating that she's a stealthy, martial arts based character. The figure has a pretty decent articulation suite. It's about standard by Marvel Legends now, but for the longest time, female Marvel Legends figures were extremely limited in their articulation, only recently getting double-jointed elbows and knees. All of which is to say you can get her into some pretty dynamic and fun poses. So why is she called Lady Bullseye? Is she a successor, a protege, a daughter even? Well, no. We see in a flashback in Daredevil 111, the woman that would be Lady Bullseye is kidnapped by the Yakuza. Before she can be trafficked as a slave, the Yakuza syndicate that kidnapped her is abruptly attacked by none other than Bullseye. Inspired by the sight of Bullseye effortlessly mowing down the mobsters, she would later begin training in martial arts and eventually becomes an assassin for the Hand. And that's it. That's all of the backstory we get for her. As far as I know, she's never actually even met Bullseye outside of this moment. It seems like in an effort to make her mysterious and ominous, the writers kind of forgot to give her a reason to be mysterious and ominous, as she really doesn't have much character development. So, what does she do in the comics? I mean, actions speak louder than words, right? Well, she tries to ruin Matt Murdock's life, which, I mean, get in line. She tries to usurp power from the Hand, which doesn't work. She starts working for Kingpin and gets defeated. She works for Baron Zemo and gets defeated. And she goes back to working for the Hand and gets defeated. Well, that's a little bit of a bummer. Honestly, I kind of feel like the reason she's called Lady Bullseye is because they needed another marksman character, and that was just kind of the fill-in name that they used in editorial. I feel like if she was made now, she'd probably have a better name. Maybe something snake-themed, like Pythona or Vipra. Maybe not. Maybe something like Lady Snowblood. It might be a little throwbacky. Oh, what about Killer Queen?
That's pretty good. But it's taken!
So if her character kind of sucks, and her personality's a little boring, why do I like her?
I just think they're neat.
Yeah, that's it really. I think she just kind of looks neat. She's got a really fun, kind of mod throwback design with the high contrast black and white look. If she was made back in the 60s, I think Jim Steranko would have done wonders with the character. While she's not an A-lister, she's definitely not a B-lister, She fits in pretty well with any rogues gallery, whether that's Spider-Man, Daredevil, or even the X-Men. I like her a lot based off of aesthetics alone, and I think she's just a really good crowd filler. I'd recommend picking her up just to fill in any supervillain shelf that you have.